from Aliens. Let's take your name, John. Images. Open the back file again. Open the search bar. Copy and paste. And away she goes. Whilst it searches for him, we'll carry on. Every rose has its thorns. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of you, Billy. Looks like you, Billy. Small dentures, close to eyes, open eye sockets, crow's feet, flat forehead look, high set ears, no jawbone, and an Adam's raisin implant. I quite like John Hurt in the movies, Aliens, and a lot of the stuff that she did. I liked her. I quite thought she was a good actress. They will wink their eyes and stick out their tongues. The question is, do all of them do all these satanic acts that we're talking about? I don't think they do hardly anything except lie. They definitely tell lies, can be proven. But all the stuff about the pizza parties and the hot dogs and they can't prove none of it. Can't prove a single bit of it, not a jot of it. Have you seen the Epstein files? They got released and they're all blacked out. What a joke. Okay, well, here's the Epstein files as we promised. Every single line's blacked out. Which is just, again, they're dangling a carrot in front of you. They're certainly evil, right, for what they've done. Even these ones are still evil for what they're doing to the world. Bread and circus for the world. They know the truth. They get knighted and honoured by kings and queens, drag kings and queens, for being drag kings and drag queens. So that's evil in its own right. What they do to their own children is noncery. Absolute noncery. You get put in jail for it, for abusing children like that if they knew the truth. Which is why they're trying to normalise it now. I can't tell you if this person drinks blood and all the rest of the crap that they say goes on. Trying to drink adrenochrome, what I don't believe in. I don't believe in the clones. I don't believe in anything. And I understand you can take a plant and take a cutting from a plant and grow it and it'll root. Like, if you take the top off a carrot and plant it, it'll grow carrots. If you take the bottom off is it a tomato, you turn it upside down, it grows tomatoes. I get it. I understand that. But to clone a person, we're talking something totally else. The best you're going to get, if you could, is a lookalike. You're not going to get the same personality. You're not going to get the same voice. You're not going to get the same intellect. The personality is not going to be there. I don't care what anyone says. But how evil is this person? I've got no idea. Some of them are certainly very evil. I've been sat in the presence of child molesters and all sorts through flat earth. Without knowing I was looking at inverted children and inverted people. And it's sad, right? It really is sad that you do that to a child. That this little girl didn't get a chance to be a little girl. She was just called John and given a load of chemicals and brought up as a boy. I don't know what that does to a human psyche. All them years of MK Ultra brainwashing and programming techniques played out on a person. I've got no idea. I know I couldn't smile like this, knowing I was lying to the whole of mankind, knowing that God existed and I was working for Satan. There's no way I could smile. Even if I didn't want to do it. There's no way they could force me to smile. But this person seems quite happy to be called Sir, even though she's a mom, because of this medal, this cross that King Elizabeth gave him here. I know this much. Whilst they wear their swanky suits and their £2,000 Italian upper shoes and the Versace dresses, and they go to these big functions with tables full of food whilst normal people are starving, that makes you an evil person regardless of anything else I can perceive through any of this. I couldn't smile, couldn't raise a grin like that, knowing I was eating a banquet of food when there's people and children starving in this world because of what I'm doing. And it makes me sick. It really does. I hate this place. Jesus said you'd hate it because you're not from it, and I get it now. It took me a long time, even through all of my flat earth, I never felt like this about. But truly devoted to God the way I am now. Because this subject just, it really drove it home, what God means to me. And I didn't learn it from a book. I sourced it from real life. From nature. From physics, from chemistry, and this case, biology. I sourced the reference that God exists by looking at human skeletons and seeing intelligent design. The acknowledgement that I'm created in his image, which apparently to Jonathan Cleck, you little tart, is a bad thing. The image of God, you're created, you're not God, you're a demon. No, I can act like a demon. I can act evil, but I don't. I'm a child of God. I don't go out of my way to hurt anybody. Just for being normal. Unless you're a dirty mincer like this. Look at the state. That is literally an old woman look. Can you see her? She's literally joyfully, glowingly. That's called duping delight right there. Absolutely duping delight. And there's the truth in plain sight, look. They love to show you. And the thing is, I'll bet you any money this drag queen knows that this is a drag king. I'll put you any money. This one's not unaware of this one being secretly transgender, I'm telling you. Final answer, John Eyre is a woman. Look at the state of that gate. That's Gary Oldman, surely. John Hare. It says John Hare. It's a mince, whoever it is. It looks like Gary Oldman, not John Hare. Size of your husband's jawline. Look at that head. Hid. But through my experience of flat earth and meeting these people, and I know some of them were celebrities as well on soccer accounts, some of them were fucking downright evil, I'm telling you. Proper satanic retards. It's all fun and games till God comes knocking. They'll all, that smile on their face, it'll be wiped off in an instant when God comes knocking. For all of them. No longer will you be so joyfully and blissfully happy to deceive the natural children in this world. Knock, knock. Who's there? From above. God! Oh, seriously. Father, whatever I need to do, just make it plain. Well, yeah, make it plain to see. If I still haven't made it, if I still haven't got me ticket to heaven, Father, I need more info. The book says that you don't get in on works alone, which means a huge multitude of people are going to get in on faith. Purely on faith that God is there and God loves them. It's amazing. Faith is amazing, isn't it? I never had faith. I do now. But I don't have faith in God. I know God's there. I say this all the time. I know there's God. My faith is in Jesus Christ, that God did something for all of us. And I'll tell you who hates Jesus. These people do. The baffos. The proper baffos hate Jesus. I'm telling you. Jibby hated Jesus. Larry hated Jesus. Nearly everybody I spoke to through Flat Earth hated Jesus. But I was talking to flip-flops. I didn't know I was talking to baffos. If I knew there was all flip-flops and baffos, everything they said would have been just poison to my ears. Did I put your name in my back file, John? Yes, I did. John Hare in Diamond, full mints. From Flamingo, sorry. Bink, John Hurt. Another great English actress that I really like. Growing up. Comes crashing down.